Hey, I'm here with one of my subscribers, Mike from Ohio, and he's gonna look at this durian farm here for sale. So we're gonna take a peek with it and do a farm tour. But let me introduce you to Mike just a minute. Hey, Mike.
Hey, Terry.
Yeah, so he's looking at 6 rye of Durian, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Durian, mangosteen, and rambutan. So
Okay.
we'll probably switch it all over to durian.
Okay, cool. All right. So here it is from the outside from the road, which has a really nice frontage. Got a big frontage. You know, the mancoot trees are really big, and the durian tree look pretty good too. So let's take a peek. So this is a real nice durian tree right here. All 3 of these, actually 4 of them. These are 4 nice ones. Trees like this can have 80 fruit, Mike.
Oh, okay.
You can get 80 fruit on trees like this. This is no problem. So if you take good care and fill them out and do the right stuff, yeah, you're gonna get up to 80 fruit. Yeah, so these trees we're looking at here with Mike, I mean they're 7 to 9 years old, and these are trees that could have up to 90 fruit, and some of them look like they could have 100.
Okay.
So I mean you could get easily 300 kilos, 400 kilos
They were
from here.
so like in our conversation before, they were reporting, 7,000 kilo for the 70.
That's right.
Which now that you look at does that sound feasible or?
I look at these trees and go, yes, you can get a lot of weight off these trees.
Yeah,
These are healthy looking trees. The leaves are big, and I mean certainly I don't see why you can't pull off of here maybe 10 ton.
It's kind of so when we were talking before, just guesstimating it, you were saying probably somewhere between 4,900 kilos and 5,600 kilos.
And that would be a good average because they vary, some years more than less.
Yeah,
but if you want to do an average over the years, you can definitely say 4 to 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
And on a bumper year, 10.
But at 80 kilos per tree, since these are looking really good, you think that 80 is a good estimator or not?
For a good year.
For a good year.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So if we have good weather and everything turns out good for you, you can count upwards of 80, 90 fruit on these trees that they can easily handle it.
Yeah.
And on the lower scale, maybe 25, 30 on bad weather, Storms roll in, they knock the flowers off, that kind of stuff.
While you're looking at this field, if you could keep in mind the TM method
I certainly will.
for rejuvenating this orchard,
Absolutely.
what you would do, right?
Okay, I'll give you my thoughts on that. What I would do.
Yeah.
I mean, right off the bat, I don't see mounds on the trees.
Yeah.
And
so that's a concern.
That's a concern. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a concern. I don't see any dead trees yet. I don't see any diseased trees. Nothing wild.
I've only seen one replant on top of each other, right?
Yeah, the farm tour we did the other day, they were just on top of each other, and the trees definitely weren't this nice, and they produced a lot. But with this density here, I mean, these trees look beautiful. I mean, they are just really fat. They're really big. Yeah, big leaves. Yeah. And the branches are thick. So.
Boy, are these trunks thick. This thinner trunk, that'd probably be more like, what, 7 years?
7 year, yeah. A tree like this looks more like a 7-year-old tree. Okay, and then it's a nice, healthy looking tree. Yeah. And then a tree like this is a good 9-year-old tree. Okay. You can see the difference in just a couple years. Yeah. Now, look, this is a good sign. You see all those strings? That's where they tied off all the durian. They supported the branches because there's so much durian on the branch, they didn't want it to break.
Yeah.
And they supported that way.
So that's a really good sign.
That's a good sign.
Yeah. This tree is abundant.
Yeah, it's abundant. And then you can look underneath. You can look underneath the branches to see where all the flower used to be. This is where the flowers come out, all through here.
All right.
Right?
So
I mean, these things here you don't want. You take these are supposed to come off, but before you get ready for flowering, you take all that stuff off. But yeah, these are good looking trees. Real good looking trees. All right, let's walk up the top of this hill and see what we got up here.
Letting us know that the soil's pretty darn good.
That's another massive tree. Definitely, that's a 9-year-old tree right there. That's a great looking tree, Mike. That That's a very expensive tree. Look at those branches.
Yeah.
That's another $500 plus tree. I mean, you can make a lot of money on that. And all these other trees, these are that's your rambutan or your knot.
Okay.
And those are nice looking trees. Those will produce.
Like the
Look at this tree. Look at this monster. That's got to be 1,000,
wow.
a couple hundred durian tree right there.
Yep.
Look at that.
Holy cow.
That's a monster. this is several $1,000s worth of profit right here when you have a bumper crop. Look at that durian tree. That's like a 14, 15-inch trunk on the bottom.
Yeah.
Look at that. And you've got another giant one over here. It looks like a 14, 15-inch trunk. That's another several $1,000 producing tree. Damn, that's a nice tree, man.
I see they got it strapped.
And they topped it. They topped it because it was getting ridiculously tall.
Yeah.
That's about 12 meters up there, man. But Mike, you ain't gonna be climbing that tree.
Only if I want to learn rappelling.
Okay, you got a couple more giants over here. See, these are high producing, very high producing trees. Yeah, that's a nice looking tree. All three of them. Yeah, there you go, Mike.
Now, is there concern, Terry, with cleaning up this leaf debris and stuff so that you're not encouraging fungus growth?
Yeah, so one of the things that you want to do is you want to be able to have sunlight come down around your roots. Like as of now, you see the leaves. Mike's concerned about the leaves, and that's true. But right now what it's doing, it's feeding the worms, which in turn is feeding the tree with nitrogen with their excrement.
Yeah, yeah.
So you're getting those worm castings. But of course, during the winter months, you're going to probably have to do some pruning. You know, like some of these rambutan trees are just a bit too close. There's not enough sun coming down. But the good thing, Mike, is I don't see a lot of rot on the trees. I don't see chair
infection or anything.
They look healthy.
Yeah,
that's a real healthy tree.
We have one durian here.
Right there. Got a durian.
It's got a durian.
All right. Well, your fiance's got to climb and get that. Oh yeah. Yeah, there we go.
How many kilo is that?
Oh, that looks like 3-4 kilo. Hey, I see a problem with this tree over here though. Wow, this is beautiful form. So Mike, about the only issue I see with the trees is this one here. The way I'm looking at it, there's this bug that crawls underneath the skin of the trees.
Yeah.
And you gotta dig them out. It looks like they dug them out, but what they did not do was protect the inner part of the tree, and that's kind of rotten now. So my guess is during some high winds, eventually this is going to break right around here.
So
unfortunately,
would that be that you keep on trying to get what you can, or would you take it down and burn it?
You keep on getting what you can until it drops.
Okay.
And when it does drop, if it breaks here, you can cut it and you'll get a new sprout coming up, and you still got branches and they'll come off.
Okay.
Yeah, so the root's still strong. Yeah.
So you just take it right below the
wherever
where the issue is.
That's right.
Yeah.
So once it breaks, cut it, and then just keep it because the root's gonna grow.
And you'd even keep the one branch there.
I would. Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Now
that'll produce.
It looks
that's
like
a producer.
we got the same kind of problem over here as well.
So yeah, that's the same issue on this other tree. You can see it had that beetle. Yeah. And I made a video about this beetle on my farm. And you can see where it just lopped it, went right on around it.
Yeah.
And the skin's been healing, but it did devastating damage. This is something that's happened years ago.
Now,
too.
Is there any concern with cross-contamination between these trees and the healthy trees?
No, this is not rot. This is from a bug.
Yeah, okay.
And then they dug it out.
Got it.
Yeah, and they dug it out, yeah.
So if the bugs are going to get to the other trees, they're going to get to the other trees, whether this tree's here or not.
That's right.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
right. All right.
So Mike got the information from the owner, and apparently this farm here can do upwards of 10 ton. They've had upwards of 10 ton on it. They claim they had 7 ton last season. And as far as the rambutan and the mangosteen, they claim they get over $10,000 worth of harvest on that. So grand total, they're averaging somewhere around $40,000 a year for this 6.5 rye piece of land here with all the durian, 70 durian trees, 80 rambutan.
70 durian, 60 mangosteen, and 15 of the knot or rambutan.
Okay, so there you go, guys. So as far as price, I guess they're asking 7 million, but from what I can see, you'll get a good return on something like this. You invest 7 million baht, which is roughly about 190, well, about $200,000. About $200,000 in a farm like this, you can expect a 20% return.